Hello everybody. We're going to make some Buc-ee's Beaver nuggets today. That's what we're going to do today. Buc-ee Beaver's nuggets. Can you guys see me here? Let's see here. There we are. Okay. Facebook always goes and you have to bring it back down. Okay guys, so we're going to make Buc-ee's Beaver nuggets. So if anybody's ever been to a Buc-ee's, these are like their little nuggets that they sell there. So you need a half a stick of butter. You're going to need 1 bag of the Chester's popcorn, the butter flavor. 1 bag of them. Let me get a bowl too. I'm going to need a big bowl. We're going to need a big bowl for this. So let's open these up. So you need 1 bag of Chester's popcorn. I think there's other brands, but this is just the one I got, guys. So we're going to put that in there. You want to set your oven at 250. Set your oven at 250. Now my grandkids love Buc-ee's Beaver nuggets, so we're going to see if we can do this. Okay, so a half a cup of butter, and then you're going to need a half a cup of brown sugar. Hi Rosemary, good morning guys. Good morning TJ Max. TJ Jax, I said Max, wrong. That's my sister-in-law. Get those two confused. We got a Jax and a Max. Okay, so a half a cup of brown sugar. Make sure it's packed. And make sure it's packed, guys. Now these are going to cook for 40 minutes. And every 10 to 15 minutes, good morning Rita, every 10 to 15 minutes, you're going to need to stir them in the oven. Okay. And then you're going to need a fourth of a cup of Cairo. The clear kind, not the dark Cairo. You want the clear Cairo. You need a fourth of a cup of that. And then you're going to turn this on and let it cook. And then when it gets to a boil, we're going to let it boil exactly 2 minutes. Okay. So the first 3 steps is a half a cup of brown sugar packed, 1 stick of butter, and a fourth of a cup of Cairo. And then you put it on a medium heat and let it start to cook, guys. And now I have a half a sheet. Good morning, Mommy. I have a half sheet pan with parchment on it. And we'll put, once we get all this done, we're going to put all the stuff in here. And then we're going to spread it on a sheet pan and put it in the oven for 45 minutes, or 40 minutes, not 45, 40. Now, I have an electric oven. I think that's why they say to turn it every 10 to 15 minutes, because you don't want that the candy part to burn. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Sylvia. So if you guys are just jumping on here, we're making Buc-ee's Beaver nuggets. Good morning, Isabella. Now, my grandson goes to college upstate, and he likes to stop at Buc-ee's on his drive home. So, if I can get these perfected, we're going to try it this way. But if I can get these perfected, then we'll do flavored ones. Because they do have flavored ones. If you guys have ever been to a Buc-ee's, they have the regular Buc-ee Beaver nuggets, and then they have like the Buc-ee Beaver nuggets salted caramel. They have cinnamon. I am making Buc-ee's. Have you ever been to a Buc-ee's? Buc-ee's Beaver nuggets. It's like one of their things that they sell there in their chip aisle. You never been to a Buc-ee's? You'll have to look it up. They're made out of like puffed corn, and then you do like a sugar. What area? Okay, so they're in Florida. They're in let's see, South Carolina. They're in Arizona. They're all over the place, but I'm not sure where you're from. They're like one of the biggest. If you're in PA, they're getting a Buc-ee's. They are going to be getting a Buc-ee's. I don't know where at in PA, but they are going to be getting a Buc-ee's. But I'm not sure where at. If you type in Buc-ee's, it'll say locations coming to your area, and it will show you. So they are, if you've ever been to one, their brisket is phenomenal. It's huge. It has like 120 gas pumps. So think about a Sheetz or a Wawa Super Mega. That's a Buc-ee's. They have everything in there. They have, oh, you're intrigued. They have brisket. They do sandwiches. They do. They have a full online bakery. They do breakfast. Their bathrooms are the cleanest you'd ever see. Their bathrooms are phenomenal. And we're actually leaving Saturday to go on another cruise. And we will be stopping at Buc-ee's before we get there. You've never had brisket? It's really good. Their brisket's really good. Their barbecue brisket is to die for. It's not cheap, but it's good. So my grandson lives upstate South Carolina at college right now in Spartansburg. So every time he drives home, which is to the beach where we're at, he always stops at Buc-ee's. We're going to have fun. We're going, where are we going? We're going to St. Thomas, St. Croix, the Grand Turks, and San Juan, Puerto Rico. And we're going on the Vincenza. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but this is the Italian ship. So we are excited about going on that one. We just did a cruise not too long ago, but it was in February, and we only had 2 stops, and we only got to stop at one because the waters were really rough, and so the Coast Guard said we couldn't port into Princess Cays. But my husband's been wanting to take another one just to see what it's like, and so we looked at all our options, and he wanted to go somewhere on that Pacific ship. Good morning, Audrey. Okay, so this is starting to boil, but when it gets to a rolling boil, we're going to set the timer for 2 minutes. So we're making a Buc-ee's Beaver nuggets, guys. I don't know who that is. Okay. Somebody was trying. We're retired, hon. We are retired. I know. We used to say that when we worked all the time. And now it's like we're old enough to go. husband always refers back to what his dad said. Don't get too old to where you're too old and you can't do anything when you're too old. Alexa, set the timer for 2 minutes. Okay, so we're at a rolling boil, so we're going to do 2 minutes, guys.
2 minutes. It's done now.
And then we're going to need it, once it stops, we're going to need a teaspoon of baking soda and a teaspoon of vanilla, which I got to reach. I keep saying this, we're going to make this in December. Or maybe October. We'll make it in October, and that way it'll be ready for next October, and it'll be all ready for everybody's Christmas baking season. I am making Buc-ee's Beaver nuggets. So the first 3 ingredients is a stick of butter, a half a cup of brown sugar packed, and a 1/4 of a cup of Karo. And then once this timer goes off, we're going to add a teaspoon of baking soda and a teaspoon of vanilla, guys. Get my salt shaker ready. Now, if I can get these perfected, we'll try other flavors, because they sell many different flavors at Buc-ee's. They have the salted caramel, they have the cinnamon, they have the nuggets and nuts. We'll see. So you got to make sure it's a rolling boil for 2 minutes. Hello, everybody. Okay, take it off the burner. Take it off that side. Let's see if I can scoot this over so you can see. Alexa, stop. Then we're going to do 1 teaspoon of baking soda and a teaspoon of vanilla. With a little extra for goodness. Okay? I'm going to stir that up. It kind of makes you put that baking soda in there, it kind of makes like a frothy, I don't know if you guys can see it there, frothy. So keep stirring that up, and then we're going to put it in here, into our puffed corn. And I'm just going to like drizzle it over it. Okay. And start putting water in there. And then you're just going to toss these around in here, guys. You got to get all of that coated. Oh gosh, this is smell good. So you got to get all of it coated. Okay? And then you're going to take some salt, just a little bit, and give it a good shake. Give it a good shake. Then I got a half a sheet pan here. And you're going to put it on this half sheet pan. And you're going to spread this stuff out. Get it all out of there. Get it all out of there. And then start spreading this out. Like this one's not coated, so I want to coat it. Get them all coated. Spread them out. Okay. Take my clips off. And in the oven it goes. Now it says 40 minutes. Alexa, set the timer for 40 minutes.
30 minutes. Starting now.
And then we're going to do Alexa, set a second timer for 10 minutes.
Second timer. 10 minutes.
All right,
Starting
guys, just a minute. Okay, so there was a little bit, it's going to be a little steamy. There was a little bit of the candy in the bottom of this pan. So I'm going to turn this on, and that's how to get that out of there. Whenever you're making candy or something, just add some water into your pot and let it come to a boil and start stirring it around. And it will break up all that candy. So you can wash your pan real good. Now, I've never made these before, but reading the directions, I'm sure there's a bunch of different, recipes for it. They say they cool down really quickly. So, we'll see if they do. So, has anybody ever been on the Vincentia on here? Hello, Jenna. So now I'm just getting the hard candy out of the pan. If you're just jumping on here, we were making Buc-ee's Beaver nuggets. That's what we were trying to do today. And the first 3 ingredients is just a stick of butter, a half a cup of brown sugar, and a 1/4 of a cup of clear Karo. And then you let that melt and you bring it to a boil and you let it boil exactly 2 minutes. Pull it off, put it on the other, off your burner. A teaspoon of baking soda and a teaspoon of vanilla. Stir that up real good. It gets frothy. Then you pour it over your puffed corn, the butter flavor, and spread it out on a pan and let it bake on 250 for 40 minutes. Hello, Michelle. And I have hard candy in my pan. So I put water in it, and now I'm stirring it to get it out. I'm stirring it to get it out, guys. Hello, Jennifer. So this is the best way to get hard candy out of the pan. Just put water in it and let it come to a boil. And that will loosen up that candy around your edges of your pan. Hello, everybody. Good morning. We're making Buc-ee Beaver nuggets. They're in the oven. They're in the oven. So yes, I was saying my husband and I are going on another cruise, and we're going on the, I don't know if I'm saying it right, the Vincentia. It's one of their Italian ships. It's absolutely beautiful on the inside. Absolutely beautiful. So we leave here Saturday, and we're going to drive down to Port Canaveral. It's about 6 hours from here. Has anybody ever been on that boat that's on here? It's a carnival boat. I've talked to a couple people, and they said that you really want to go shopping in St. Thomas. Susanna. I was talking to my girlfriend last night, and they're actually on a cruise right now. They're in Belize. And she told me, she was like, Jenny, you gotta go to the jewelry stores in St. Thomas. I'm trying to get the candy out of my pan. I should have used my old pan instead of one of my good pans, but I didn't. So if you just put water in here and keep stirring it, and it'll get hot, it will melt that candy down instead of scratching on it. Oh, you guys know, I always tell you about finds I found. Let me show you one. Well, I didn't find it, my husband did. But I cook and bake a lot in this kitchen. Hello, Renee. He found this little gadget. It's designed by HOTO. I don't know who that is, but anyhow. He found this little gadget. It's like a toothbrush, but it will scour your... You went on a carnival once. The jewelry stores are great. Oh, anklets too. Hi, Renee. So if you're ever at a Costco's, these are 20 bucks. 20 bucks, guys. Sometimes I can waste $20. What ship did you go on? And it comes with all these pads. I have the pointed one on it right now. So it comes with a great big wide one, and then a little bitty one, and then a medium one, and then this pointed one. And it comes with a, this is my favorite one, a scouring pad. This little thing will take off, I mean, you can get it at Costco's. And I have Costco's, I have Sam's Club, and I have BJ's. I have all three of them. And there are certain things that I like about each one. Good morning, Bear's daughter. There's certain things I like about each one of them. That I have to say, Costco, I rented a car from them because my niece told me, hey, you should look there. And this is when I went to Illinois about a month ago. No lie. Cheapest ever. When they give you the total, that's tax and everything. Hello, Bear's daughter. And hi, Butterfly Kiss. So last night, my husband said, hey, you better get on and start finding Costco has car rentals. Yes, yes. And they do cruises, they do hotels. You just, if you have a Costco app, you just scoot over and where it says travel. So last night, I was on looking for hotels. And when I searched Port Canaveral, they were like $400, $358 for one night. So it'd be Saturday night leaving Sunday morning, driving over to the port. And I said to my husband, good God, that's a lot. I mean, that's more than we paid for our excursions on the ship. And he was like, well, you know what? Try Costco. That same hotel, $151 with tax. Hi, sis, I love you too. $151 with tax. I couldn't believe it. But Priceline, Travelocity, Booking Buddy, all of them, and even the regular hotel prices, they were all at $300, $400 for that same hotel. I couldn't believe it. Okay, Brant, we're making Buc-ee Beaver nuts, but we're just chit-chatting now because it's in the oven. And so now is my first time to turn. Let me get my spatula. Alexa, stop. Okay. We're going to bring them out of the oven. And can you guys see them? No, you can't see them. Let me move this. Can you see them over here? You just got to give them a turn. Give them a turn. I can see the, I guess it'd be like a toffee kind of stuff. Just give them turns. Stir them up a little. And then back in the oven. Alexa, set another timer for 10 minutes.
Second timer, 10 minutes.
All right,
Starting
put this
now.
back on. So, anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I was saying about the hotel. So, I got on Costco last night and I put in the address of where we were wanting to stay, and it popped up 151. That was tax and everything, and I booked it immediately. But so I have used them last month and this month. Last month I rented a car. It was for a week. I paid $125 through Costco, and when I got to the airport in Bloomington, Illinois, they said to me, just go out and pick whatever car you want. It's already paid through Costco. I was like, really? And they were like, yeah, just go pick out whatever you want, whatever SUV. And so I did that, and then last night I got on and I checked. I did check with BJ's though. BJ's does hotels and cruises as well. BJ's, they were up there. They weren't anywhere near Costco. I think they were like $274. They were a substantial lot lower than the other places at $350 and $400. So BJ's was $274. But I did check Costco and they came in at a winner at $151. And I got a king size bed, and it was an ensuite. So it has a full kitchen and everything in it. If I want to cook, but I'm not cooking, I'm going to be on vacation. Hey Rita, hey Helen. Laugh out loud. You could from. Laugh out loud. Maybe you could from here. Kidding. Oh, with the vacation, yeah. Where are you at, Rita? Hello, lady. Hello, VY. I'm trying to get the hard candy. Oh, Knoxville, Tennessee. Yes, Knoxville, Tennessee. My niece just told me last night that she met somebody on her cruise. She got back last week. And they're from Tennessee. I think it's from Nashville, but I think they're more closer to Nashville. And she said they're all going to go up and visit them in Nashville. And she said, do you think I'm crazy, Auntie? I said, no, you're not crazy. Go have fun. Go have fun. It's all about having fun when you get old. Well, my husband's birthday is May 13th, so this is kind of like a birthday celebration. I don't know if I might go live when we're over there, just like real quick on. So one of the places that we're going in San Juan, Puerto Rico, we're going to a Bacardi rum place. I think we have traveled through there before. I actually think we traveled through there to go to Illinois whenever we drive to go see my family. I think we have, or we skirted it. Hi, Chrissy. We have been in Knoxville. I'm almost sure we have. There's not been very many places that my husband and I have not been. We have not been to Rhode Island. That's one place we have not been. And we have not been to New Orleans. I live on Prove Mountain outside. Oh. Nice. I wanted to get chickens, but we're not allowed to have chickens here in the city. I don't call this a city, we're at Surfside Beach. But one day my husband and I were sitting on the front porch. I kid you not. We were sitting outside on the front porch and a chicken come walking down our street. And I said to my husband, I have seen it all now because we live in Surfside Beach, South Carolina. And then a neighbor around the corner, she has a, what are those pigs called? A potbelly pig. That's why you left the city, so you could get chickens. I don't blame you, because eggs are expensive. And they have a potbelly pig, and he gets out all the time. And our subdivision's pretty big. There's like 5 different HOAs in this subdivision, and once in a while I'll be on there and it'll say, hey, does anybody have a potbelly pig? Because there's one in my backyard. And he gets out all the time. But she keeps him outside. Yep, we're talking about family. Potbelly pigs. My cousin has one. She lives in Colorado. His or her name, I don't know if it's a he or she, but it's named Pepper. He looks like he's, I don't know, Brent, if you're on here, how big is Pepper? He or she looks like a big boy or big girl. They're as smart as dogs. Well, our dog looked like a pig. We had him for, how old was Angus? I think he was 15 years old. He was a white English bulldog. He looked like a pig. He was a little fatty. But he died last year, and so we're done with pets. I told my son, if we had another one, I would be in my mid-70s when that dog would pass away, and I don't think I could do that again. It was too heart-wrenching. So we are done with pets. So we're going on the Carnival Ventencia. My niece just got off of I think it was called the Celebration Reflection. And our friends are on one now, and they're on the Celebration, I think I'm going to say Apex, I'm not sure. I don't know anybody that's been on a Norwegian or a Royal or a Princess. I don't know anything about those ones. They say not to go on MSC. I don't know. I don't know anything about them. This is only my second cruise, so I don't really know much. But I did watch a lot of videos last time before we went on things that you needed to pack and have to make your life easier on the boat. So we're making Buc-ee beaver nuts, and we're waiting for them to cook in the oven. So while we're doing that, we're just chit-chatting about family, where we live, what we do. That's what, and I'm trying to get the sugar out of this pan, because I used my good pan instead of an old crammy pan, and the sugar got hard in here. So if you want the recipe, it's 1 stick of butter, a half a cup of brown sugar, and 1/4 of a cup of Cairo. And you put it in a pan, bring it to a boil. Once it gets to a boil, you let it boil for 2 minutes. Then you add a teaspoon of baking soda and a teaspoon of vanilla. I gave a little extra for goodness. You stir that all up in a bowl over your puffed corn, the butter flavored, and then you put it in the oven on 250, and every 10 minutes you give it a stir. So we have 20 minutes left, guys. We have 20 minutes left to chit chat. And I was showing things that I like from Costco, and this is one of them. This is one of them. If you do a lot of kitchen stuff, well, I guess it would work anywhere. I mean, if you're cleaning the inside of your car or anything, really. It's got like 2 speeds, and it comes with 6 different tips. And my husband got it for me. I love it. Anything to make your life easy, right? I have a bigger one for my bathroom, for like my tub. You need a balcony room? Oh, you got seasick? Well, I was afraid I was going to get seasick, but I called my doctor and got those patches to go behind your ear. Alexa, stop. Let me turn this real quick. So this is our second turn, guys. This is our second turn. And then spread them out. Alexa, set the timer for another 10 minutes.
10 minutes added.
So I got the patches, and she prescribed them to me, and they stayed good for 3 days, and it came in a 4-pack. But the people that we went with the last time, they ordered some from Amazon, and they were sick with them. They still got sick. So I gave them what my doctor had given me. I gave them each a patch. North Sea Ferry from Norway. Yeah. So was the boat a really big one that you went on? This one here holds 4,000 people, and I think it's, I want to say 1,100 feet. Oh, was it? Yeah. Our first one was on the Carnival, but it was a smaller ship. It was the Elation, but they had had bad weather. So we got to go to the first port, which was Celebration Keys in the Bahamas. But then the next day we were supposed to go to Princess Cay, and we couldn't get off the boat because the Coast Guard said no. 8-hour ferries they take our car. Wow. Wow. Well, we're driving, and if anybody knows me, and there's a lot of people on here that do know me, I am scared to death of bridges. I don't do bridges. I don't like bridges. I am terrified of bridges. Wow. That would be something to do. They don't make you sit in your car though, do they? So when you put your car on there, do they make you sit in your car? Or can you get out and just do whatever for the 8 hours? Oh, okay. That's cool. That's cool. My husband was saying last night that we should try to do a cruise with all our kids over the holiday, over Christmas vacation. That would be 9 of us. I like small cruises too. Well, so this boat here is the medium boat. So we'll see. The first one we went on was, I'm going to dump this, guys. The first one we went on was a baby boat, is what they say. So they say they have They say they have a baby boat, the medium size. Oh, thank you, son. You can smell it. My son said it smells amazing. They have the small boat, the medium boat, a large boat, and then they have the extra large boats. But the extra large boats, I don't think I'd want to do that. There's like almost 8,000 people in there. That'd be too many for me. 8,000 people is too much for this lady. I'm gonna move this. So if you're just jumping on here, we're making Buc-ee beaver nuts. This is what we put on here. Yeah, too many people for me. I would, that's just too many people for me. I like people, but that's too many in a small area. So you need 1 stick of butter, a half a cup of brown sugar, a 1/4 of a cup of Karo. Bring it to a boil, and then boil it for 2 minutes. Then you're going to put in a teaspoon of vanilla and a teaspoon of baking soda, and it's going to get real frothy. You're going to pour it over your puffed cereal, not cereal, corn. Oh, you know what? I bet that cereal would work too. Don't they have a puffed corn cereal? Well, they used to. I don't know if they still do, but I bet it would work. I bet it would work. And you would get more, because this bag's only, I don't know if they make a bigger bag. This is the only bag I saw. What is this? It's only 3.5 ounce bag, and it's $2.99. It was $2.99. Thank you for the rose, Rita. But they used to have a puffed corn cereal. I can't Google it right now, but I'm almost sure they do. They wouldn't be as big as the Beaver nuggets, though. They would be a lot smaller, but you would probably get a lot more. But I bet at Costco's or Sam's or BJ's you can get a bigger bag of this. You could get a bigger bag. We got 22 minutes left. Rita, do you want to be invited in as a guest? Oh, that's okay. You switched to Starlink. Do you like it? Do you know that's what the ships use? You know, whenever they make you pay for the Wi-Fi, we were talking to the guy who was turning down our cabin, and he said that they all switched to Starlink, all the cruise ships. You're fine. That's fine. So that's what the boats use. They all use Starlink now. Oh, you just switched 3 weeks ago? I don't want to be too nosy, but is the price better than regular, whatever you had before? Is that comparable? We have Spectrum here. I'm kind of grandfathered in because when we bought our house down here, oh, okay. When we bought our house here, I signed up, and it's usually $500 or so for Starlink. Is that for a month? Oh, Okay. Okay. So they gave you 6 months for free. Okay. Well, I only pay, and I know at some point they're going to try to do something, but I only pay $19.99. But like the people that live next door to me, she told me they pay $79. And we have lived here almost 16 years. And I'm still paying that. We have Spectrum. It used to be, oh, you pay $76. Yeah, well, my neighbor pays $79 next door. But they just bought their house this year. And they told me if I ever go to Beaver, and that's just from my internet. They told me if I ever tried to do anything that I wouldn't be grandfathered in anymore. Yeah, for Spectrum. We bought our house 16 years ago. And I'm still paying that same price. We have, on our TV, we have an internet TV. Gosh, I don't even know who it is. My niece hooked me up for it. I don't even know who it is, but I pay $149 a year. I don't know, it's some sort of streaming TV. I couldn't even tell you who it is. She came here and she's like, oh, Auntie, you gotta see what I did. And I was like, okay. And I know the city I had up for a long time. Okay. I just seen my grandson text me from college. Anyway, my niece was here in February. And she was like, you and Uncle gotta try this. If you don't like it, you can go back to your old. So it's $149, and it's for a year. And we get everything. But you have to have internet, because it's an internet streaming service. Well, that's good. I've heard about Starlink, how good it is. But I know when North Carolina, was it last year or the year before, when they had that big flood, that's what they took for all those people so they could get in touch with all their families, with Starlink. My brother should check into that. He's out in the country in Illinois, and he has a hard time getting kind of services out there. I'll have to tell him. I'm gonna stir this, guys. I was talking. I should have stirred it. So we got one more stir after this. It smells good. I'll bring it over so you guys can see it. We got one more stir. One more stir. Then we're going to taste it. Then we're going to taste that puppy. Now, on the recipe, it said that it won't take long for that to cool off. It cools off real quick. Well, my husband loves him. My husband loves Elon Musk. He sure does. He's always talking about him. Oh, and by the way, on this thing, guys, it's magnetized. So when you take off your little head, there's a magnet in here. And when you put it on there, it just sucks it right in. So it's magnetized. And these are $19.99 at Costco. Yeah, I'm going to have to tell my brother because he's always complaining that there's nothing out there for them. Well, I mean, they have something, but I will. I'll have to tell him. Okay, here's another question for you guys. When you went on a cruise, did you do the drink package or not? Because I can still order it, but I'm not a drinker. I might have one. I think it's $69.99 a day. But if you're in a cabin with somebody that drinks, you have to take it too. Now, my husband wouldn't have no problem. But me, I'm not going to drink $69 worth of drinks every day. Plus a 20%, I don't know, tax. I don't know what it is. It comes to like $74 a day with tax. Hello, Rachel. If anybody's been on here, did you? Hi, Cindy. Did you do the drink package? I mean, okay, so on Carnival, and you're allowed a 12-pack of soda. I'm still on one. A 12-pack of soda, and or one other person can have a bottle of wine and or a bottle of champagne. Uh-huh. Right. Well, they have, I think they said that their coffee drinks were like $5.50 if you do like coffee drinks or protein drinks. But these are good too. Last time I made my protein shakes while we were on the cruise, I just took my little whisk and had a protein shake every day. I just sat right there and made it at the table. Yeah, if you take the Bubbles package, that's just soda. And I think it's like $11.99 a day, but you both don't have to take that if you don't want to. And then there's another one, I forget what she called it. It was, she told me what it was. Zero, so it's like non-alcoholic drinks. And it was $29.99 a day, but with it, you could get soda, juice, and you could get protein shakes or the specialty coffees with that package. And you both don't have to take that one either. It's just the alcohol package where you both have to take it. Which I think, she said that it used to be a long time ago, if only one person wanted alcohol in your cabin, they would let you do that, but people would share. And so they just said, okay, well, how to stop that is everybody will buy it. Hi, Karen. Hello, bacon. We got 6 minutes, guys, and these things are done. 6 more minutes. I'm going to start one more time. Six minutes. They look good. They look good. Okay. So if they turn out the next time, they do look good. They smell really good. The next time, if we make them again, I'm gonna see at Costco and them have these in a bigger bag, because this is the biggest bag Walmart had. Or maybe try the puff corn cereal if they still have it. They will just be about that big instead of that big. But if it turns out, we'll try some of the flavored ones, because they have different flavors at Buc-ee's. If you guys ever been to a Buc-ee, you know what these are. I'm taking a full pack of soda with me. I'm gonna have my Coke Zero. I only drink one a day anyway, and sometimes I don't even drink the whole thing. But one day we're going to a rum distillery, and what we paid to go there, you get your free drinks there, so that's nice. I gotta have my Coke Zero. Gotta have it. I told my husband I'm just like stuck. I cannot get any more weight off. Probably if I quit cooking, I would. Yep. We're getting there. We're getting there, guys. 3 minutes. Let me show you. I started this. I started a new color last night. Look at this color. Isn't that pretty? These are the softest wash rags. I have this color. My granddaughter laughs at me. Look at all these. I don't think I'm ever going to go through all these. But this one I really like. The color on it, and they're really stretchy. So they sell 2 different kinds of yarn. This one is the super soft. And then I like this one too. I like this color. And then they have this one. This is the other one, but they're not as soft. So these ones are good for kitchen. You know. And then these ones, I like this. I like all the colors. I like all the colors. And then some of them I doubled, like this one. And I doubled it, and then I use these for hot pads, like this one. So I have a couple that I made into hot pads. Let's see here. So you can tell the different how old these ones are. But so these ones stretch after, you know, after time. This one's a hot pad. And it does not get hot on your hand. I like this one too. I like colors. I like colors. So usually in the evening, I can get one of these done in the evening. One. This is just a small amount. With all my new ones, the stack probably goes up to here. Every time I see a new color, I gotta get one. So I do give them away. Like when people come to visit, I always give them a couple, you know, put them in their room whenever they come to stay with us. So yeah, but that's what I do. I do a lot of these. Do they wash? Yeah, they're 100% cotton. It's 100% cotton. This one here, it's probably 8 years old. I should probably throw away as many as I got. I mean, seriously. But yeah, it's 100% cotton. So out of this small one, you can get 2.5. And then I've done what do you want to call it? A pot handle holder. You'll have enough left to do like a little pot handle holder. But yeah, these are 100% cotton and 100% washable. So the only thing with this one is it's lost some of the color, and that's probably because I bleached it. So. Alright guys, Alexa, stop the timer.
15-minute timer canceled.
Alright, let's do this. Let's get this out. All my goodies. Put one of these here. Oh. Okay, guys. So there it is. Now, she said it doesn't take long for them to cool off. So I'm going to pull one off here. I'm going to put it in this little dish. Oh, it's already hard and crunchy. They're already hard, guys. Okay. Can you hear that? Okay, here it goes. It's already cool. They said it would be. OMG. Definitely. Y'all gotta make these. I'm gonna eat another one. Nice and crunchy. You guys hear that? That's what they look like on the inside. These can be addicting. Not good for a diabetic. Could be very addictive. Try these. I will post the recipe And we might make these again in a different flavor. And I'm going to break them up. And I'm going to sign off, and I'll be on here tomorrow. I was glad I got to spend my 50 minutes with you guys. And I will see you all tomorrow. And like, follow, share, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody.